Boys, I'm back. Yep, we are back. Back for another episode of a Show Sho Nuff Divided. It's your boy Willie Epteen Jr. Holding it down, man. Checking in. Got the got the family in here with us. They're backstage. We all had a pretty good week. I can't wait to get into it with them. We're gonna troll some Cowboy fans. I've got a couple of videos that I'm gonna show. And Bryan and Teshia, I don't know if they've seen this, but if they have, cool. If they haven't, let's just get ready to laugh together. How about that? The Jags, the Raiders, and of course, the Chiefs all won over the weekend. So we're feeling pretty good about where we are heading into week 6. You already know what we got to do. Let's go ahead and get this thing crack-a-lack-a-lackin', crack-a-lack-a-lackin', crack-a-lack-a-lackin'. Let's go. Yes, sir, buddy. You already know what it is, man. A Show Sho Nuff Divided. Let's get them in here behind door number 1, or I guess it might be door number 2, depending on which angle you have, or A or B for that matter. Let's just go ahead and bring her in. There she is, the sissy, Teshia C. What's happening?
Hello, hello. Oh, I'm super excited.
Tell me why.
That was a great week. Why not be excited? Well, I'm excited. I'm sure you're super excited. This might not happen again, so we really just need to embrace it. Shots fired.
Need to get the bang bang sounder. All right, let's bring him in here. Bryan, what's going on, sir?
Man, I'm on cloud 9 right now. You already know.
Yeah, right? Yeah, exactly. And I see the hashtag changed from Beat Texas to We Beat Texas.
That's
and
right.
we're gonna talk about that here in just a second, because we're gonna celebrate the success of the Sooners in just a moment. But we're gonna talk about what we're gonna get into here real quick. We're gonna troll some Cowboys and Cowboys fans. You know, they got beat down 42-10. We're going to talk about our teams, and then, of course, the hashtag look ahead for week 6. Before we get into all of that, we must send our thoughts and prayers and heartfelt well wishes to all those in Israel. They have been under attack for the last several days by the Hamas terrorist group. And if you know, like I know, you don't want to mess with Israel, because that is God's country. And he has told all the Gentiles that are not a part of his kingdom, don't mess with my people. And they over there doing it again. So there's been, I want to say, over 2,000 people that have been killed. Some of those, of course, Americans. There have been people that have been kidnapped. Some of those Americans. So we wish and pray and hope for their safe return. And for all of the families that have lost loved ones throughout this, our heartfelt prayers and thoughts and well wishes go out to you and yours. All right. So let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. I should have had the sounder, man. All right. So there was a game this past Saturday right down the street from me. I shouldn't say right down the street, but it was about 30 miles away. And we actually passed through there while the game was going on. And so the OU Sooners and the Texas Longhorns did battle at the Cotton Bowl at Fair Park, right there in East Dallas, right off the 30 freeway. and a team that was ranked third in the nation is no longer ranked third in the nation, courtesy of Boomer Sooner. Bryan, Dylan, what's his last name? I forgot his last name.
Dylan Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel turned into Kenny the Snake Stabler and rolled his team down into the Texas territory, threw the game-winning touchdown pass, and that was that. Your thoughts on the whole entire shebang?
Man, I mean, do we have enough time? I mean,
no, we do not have enough time. But
right,
you can do it anyway.
Right. All right. Let's just put it this way: it was one of the best games that I've watched between the two of them. They always have amazing battles. We came to play. I don't know if you've seen post game. You know, they did a video where they showed some post game, speeches and or pregame speeches that they were given. OU was ready for that game. They were 1,000% ready for that game. They weren't going to lose it. And you could just see that, and you could feel it on the field. I can't be more proud, honestly. It was a spectacle to watch. A goal line stand that was first and goal on the 1 4 straight times. That doesn't happen very often. You don't see that much. I know in my son's lifetime, he's never seen that, like ever, at least from OU. So that's the old school defense that we used to have, and it's really exciting to see. And so I'm excited for the rest of the season. Hopefully they can keep their heads straight, keep going. I mean, we've got a lot of stuff in front of us. So I was very, very pleased from this weekend.
I can say that I was all right by it too, because the Michigan Wolverines are now the number 2 team in the nation. That's always exciting. And we don't have anything to really worry. Well, we got Penn State coming up and then Ohio State. Those are the only 2 real games that we have to be concerned about. But OU, man, this is probably going to be the first of 2 meetings between these two teams, as I'm sure. I don't think Texas is going to lose another game in the Big 12. And even if Oklahoma does, they would have to lose 2 in order to be knocked out of the Big 12 championship game that will be played right here in the Chicken Fried Nation. Teshia, did you see any of the goings on between the Longhorns and the Sooners?
No, I watched it. It was a fantastic game. Look, there's my dogs. No, it was super exciting.
Your dog agrees too.
Yeah. Oh, they love it. They're sports fans. Yeah. I hoop and holler. I did a lot of that during that game. I really was. I was yelling. It was fantastic.
So Texas moves down 6 spots. They're now number 9 in the country, and Oklahoma has moved up 7 spots, 6-0, and they are the 5th ranked team in the United States in the AP Top 25. In the coaches poll, they don't really believe in them as much as the writers do. However, they are ranked 7th, but none of this means anything for the next, probably 3 weeks when the first college football playoff standings come out or rankings come out. And you got to think that Oklahoma's going to be somewhere in the mix. Now, here's the thing, in my opinion. There's a lot of votes that separate them and Florida State. There's like over 100 points. So they've got some ground to make up. And I don't know their schedule the rest of the way, Bryan. Maybe you can enlighten us.
Yeah, it's really not, I mean, on paper, it's not that difficult. Every game is going to be difficult, but I mean, the hardest game that they have is Kansas, a much better Kansas, but they're going to be probably the only ranked team that they play left. They do play Central Florida. That is here. They haven't looked good. That's Dylan Gabriel's, old stomping grounds where he was at, so he'll be fired up for that one. They play West Virginia, who is undefeated in the Big 12, so we'll see where they are. We do play Oklahoma State. It doesn't matter if they're 1-7 coming into that game. They always play us tough. So, I mean, you can't overlook them. And then TCU is the game right after Thanksgiving, Black Friday on a Friday. So that game will that's a scary game on a Friday. So
that's a trap game.
Hey, Willie, I do have to tell you one thing before we move on from this. In my boy that I rep, Stutzman. Okay, he in the video that I can send it to you if you want. He may not care if you're not a Sooner fan, but His pregame
I'm a
speech.
Bryan fan.
There you go. His pregame speech.
Pretty good.
Yeah, he says to the team, he says, "There's two things I'm sure of in this moment. One, Oklahoma only fears God, and two, Texas fears Oklahoma." And like it went nuts. Like they're putting it on shirts out here. Like it's going to be a statement that is in Oklahoma lore will be forever. Like 20 years from now, they'll still play that.
Fear OU or fear God and fear OU.
Yeah.
I think they could have one of those on the front and the other one on the back.
I think they're putting a picture of him in the hat, in the golden hat, with him smoking a cigar with his leg crossed. It's now my profile pic on Twitter. But they're having that on the front, and then the quote will be on the back. So I'm going to buy one Friday.
Make sure y'all go out there and follow Bryan at Sooner25411 so you can see that. And, of course, follow Teshia.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna deep dive into that. All right, so let's get to what we came here for, and that's to it's not gonna be a show divided because hey, all of our teams won, and that's the first time that's happened, whether it was me and Teshia. No, because it didn't happen in week 1 either, because Teshia's team lost in week 1, and then we didn't win another game until just now. So yeah, this is the first time this has happened in a long time. But before we do that, the Dallas Cowboys and their also lovely fan base took it on the chin to the San Francisco 49ers 42-10 on this past Sunday night. I watched the entire game, and 42-10 is not really illustrative of the whipping that they received. When I say, guys, that they beat them and they beat them up. I mean, I saw Tony Pollard looking for a flag on like the first drive of the game because he got slung out of bounds. You had Michael Parsons coming out the field looking like the little kid on the blind side when he had to go up against Michael Oreo, take me out, coach. And then their ineptness on the offensive side of the ball with Dak Prescott as their quarterback, and with Mike McCarthy calling the plays, it was beautiful to me. I don't know about you, Teshia, but it was beautiful to me.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie, I did not watch it because I mean, come on, it's a sure L. I already knew what was gonna happen, so I put my energy and effort into something way more important.
Oh, well, good. And I hope you're feeling good about that. I hope you're feeling good. Shake your head like this.
I'm feeling great.
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right, Bryan. So did you see the game? Happen to see the game on Friday?
I did, and I enjoyed every second of it. Every second of that. It's nothing but Dallas fans around me up here, so it was exciting to see.
It's the same way here. No joke.
Well, for all of you guys out there that are watching on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter, I got something for you guys. Let's troll some Cowboy fans. Y'all ready?
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go and let's get it. Here we go right here. Check this out.
Hey, homie, I don't have nothing. Yeah, you got something. Why you tripping, Debo? Shut up, punk, I'll knock your ass out.
Oh, man, that's messed up. Won't you give him back his chain?
What chain?
Yeah, what chain?
You got my foot.
Oh, that's great.
I like
that. That is fantastic.
It's almost too easy.
Rest in peace, Debo. Tiny Lister, rest in peace, homie. That is one of the classic all-time lines, not just in the African American community, but everywhere around the globe. If you like comedy, and of course, that was the satire from Friday, the first Friday. But I got another one, guys, and this one might actually be coming true real soon to a theater near you. Here we go.
Jerry, why are you trying to get rid of me?
Dak, where'd you get such an idea?
Everyone's talking about it since you brought in Trey. The writing's on the wall, Jerry.
You know you can't listen to people.
The writing is literally on the wall, Jerry.
Oh, that? DAC's an acronym. It stands for get rid of drugs and killing.
That is pretty important. But what about that picture on your desk?
I did that because you were making me look bad. You're too darn handsome.
That makes sense. I am handsome.
You bet your butt you are, especially in that Cowboys uniform. You got nothing to worry about.
Thanks, Jerry. Sorry about all this. I'll see you later.
Bye, Dak. Okay, he's gone. You can come out. Be ready soon, Trey. That SOB won't be here much longer.
That's good.
That's very
You're right.
Jerry.
It could happen. You never know.
Oh my gosh. My wife sent me those and said, I said to her, I'm gonna put those in the show. And I think what I'm gonna also do, guys, is I'm going to clip both of those, make it into a short, and then I'm gonna retweet it. Y'all got to retweet it for me.
Oh yeah, I got you.
You got me?
Oh yeah.
Gotcha.
All right.
Great.
So let's move forward and talk about week 5. The Jacksonville Jaguars, they might be known now as the London Jaguars because they pay.
Oh, we got a costume reveal. Let's go. Quick change. That is talent right there.
It's a gender reveal. It's the gender reveal show. Oh man, that's classic, Brian. Man, I appreciate and love you so much, man, for that. That is classic. I would have never thought that you would have done that, but I'm so glad that you did. So the London Jaguars, at least for the last 2 weeks, across the pond, the first time against the Atlanta Falcons, and then in week 5, come call the Buffalo Bills. And Brian, your team eked out a win against the Buffalo Bills, and I saw some of the clips. The game was really ugly in the first half. And they actually ended up outlasting the Bills 25-20. Trevor Lawrence played another very mistake-free, really, really efficient football game. And my question to you, sir, is how are you feeling after 2 wins across the pond?
I'm feeling good, man. That's they were saying that they would feel good if they went 1-1 across the pond to get back over here, to get us going, and going 2-0 over there. That's we're on the right track. That's for sure.
Indeed, and it's a big win, and we'll have playoff implications down the road because when you think about what could happen in the AFC. In the AFC East with Miami and really Buffalo going to be battling it out for the division title, and whoever comes in second in that division, whether it be the Bills, that head-to-head matchup is going to loom pretty large, should that come into play. So I just wanted to ask you, Brian, also about that particular part of it because, yeah, in week 5, the teams will be different from where they are in week 14 or whatever. But how much of an impact do you believe this is or will be as we head towards the middle of the year and then ultimately as we wrap up the season?
Yeah, I mean it's huge. Getting a win against a fellow AFC that is going to be battling for a playoff position. I mean, it's always good to get that win. Just in case you end up tied at the end of the year. You get a home field advantage. It could be the difference between that. Based on where we fall. So I think it was huge to get that win.
Yeah, Travis. Wait a minute. Who's singing happy birthday? Get out of here. Are you serious right now? No.
Right there.
Get off of my get out of here. Where is it? Okay. I don't know where this is coming from, guys. It's the Illuminati. They're here. Really? Okay. Well,
Let's go.
This episode is being brought to you by the iPhone. Okay. I forgot where I was. What was I talking about? What was I
We're
about
talking
to
about
say?
the Jags. We're talking about Jags
Football.
win.
You're
Jags
talking about
victory.
football, Willie. Football.
Yeah.
We're talking. Okay. You got a lot of jokes, huh? No, I was gonna talk about the stats. And Travis Etienne ran for over 130 yards, had 2 touchdowns. They got the running game going, and this is the week, if I'm not mistaken, Brian, that Cam Robinson will be coming back.
No, he came back in this game, and he got hurt in this game.
Oh,
So,
talk to us about that.
Yeah, he this was his first game back, and then he got hurt in it. We actually lost our guard and tackle on the left side.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that. Did he come back into the game at all?
He did not come back into the game. So I don't know. I haven't heard how long he's going to be out for, but yeah, he's definitely not. I don't think he's going to play this weekend for sure.
Oh my goodness. Just came back and that happens. All right, Teshia. So you're Kansas City Chiefs, and we all know how we feel about them, but hey, we're gonna all celebrate. We're not gonna hate today, we're gonna celebrate. 27-20 as they hope. Go ahead.
No, I said fair enough. Go ahead. You go ahead.
So 27-20, they beat the Minnesota Vikings in the land of 10,000 lakes. Justin Jefferson, wide receiver for the Minnesota Vikings, went out with a hamstring injury. He's actually been placed on injured reserve and is going to be out for a minimum of the next 4 weeks. But in this particular game, Teshia, it was pretty tight there, nip and tuck there the first half, 13-13, tied up at that point. Any concerns about the play of your Chiefs at that halfway point?
I would like to honestly say if you're a Chiefs fan and you don't have concerns, then you're not a real Chiefs fan. The difference is that we deliver when we need to. Yeah, I was concerned. It was a very emotional game, but I don't think I was like super scared. But yeah, there were a few minutes where I was like, oh my gosh, let's go. Mm-hmm. Especially one, but I think we'll talk about that later, right?
Possibly. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm sure we will. I'm just joking. All right.
It's okay. It's very heavy Kelsey film. So let's go.
Patrick Mahomes, 31-41, 281 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. They got pretty much held in check on the ground. Isaiah Pacheco, 55 yards, 3.4 yards per carry. Travis Kelce, who we're going to talk about here in just a second. This dude averaged a whopping 6.7 yards per reception. 10 receptions for 67 yards. He did have a score. Rashee Rice also caught a touchdown pass. 4 receptions, 33 yards there. Kirk Cousins, 29-47. He still puts up big numbers like he always does, but they just don't seem to win. And now what's going to happen with Kirk Cousins as Mike Greenberg from ESPN or from Greeny or Get Up rather is lobbying for Kirk Cousins to be traded to the New York Jets. And I don't know if that's going to happen. He probably shouldn't even want it to happen because Kirk Cousins, he just doesn't win when he needs to win. So, all right. And for the nightcap on Monday Night Football, I remember the Raiders used to be so dominant on Monday Night Football to where we would actually have a game on that night probably 4 or 5 times out of the year. But now every team that's in the National Football League gets to play on Monday night at least once. Green Bay Packers came calling, and it was a reunion between Devontae Adams and the Green Bay Packers. Devontae Adams, of course, played all those years in Green Bay. The Raiders come out on top 17-13. I was very, very, very proud of, well, we'll get that in just a second. But Jimmy Garoppolo, I need you, sir, to stop turning the ball over. You have thrown at least 1 interception each of the games you have played in this season. But the Raiders defense came alive and got 3 takeaways, 2 interceptions by Mr. Spillane, and then, of course, the game-sealing interception by Amik Robertson in the end zone as time was running down. The Raiders hold on for a victory against the Packers. I want to ask you this, Brian, and I don't know if you saw the game or not, and I don't know how much of the Packers you have watched this year, but how does Jordan Love look to you?
You know, he came out strong to begin the year. I mean, I thought he was going to play really well, but I mean, he's definitely come back down to earth. I'd say he's middle of the pack right now. You know, he's better. I would take him over, I don't know,
Jimmy Garoppolo?
8 to 10 quarterbacks. Probably. I'd probably take him over Garoppolo.
I wouldn't.
I mean, you shouldn't. You know, that's your team. You know, I'd take him over Daniel Jones. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, I think I would take Barnaby Jones over Daniel Jones right now.
I joked about that, by the way. Said I'd take 63 other quarterbacks over Daniel Jones, and that's starter and backup in every single team.
So we're talking about the likes of Nathan Peterman, who
That's right.
threw 5 interceptions in one half. We're talking about the likes of let's see, give me another name.
Chase
We'll
Daniel.
take it. Who?
Chase Daniel.
I mean, but that's not saying. No, that's not saying. Yeah, but Chase Daniel can win you some games, though.
Hey,
so
I said what I said. All right, I'll take Nathan Peterman over Daniel Jones any day of the week.
Really,
all right?
please cash this receipt in later. That would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We record everything, and we got a worldwide audience, so it's all gravy. Jordan Love, 16 of 30, 182 yards, 3 interceptions, 22 of 31 for Jimmy G, 208 yards, one touchdown, 1 pick. That was, you can't turn the ball over like that, Jimmy G. After we have a 10-3 lead and we get the ball to start the second half, it's the first drive of the second half, and you throw a freaking pick. Josh Jacobs continues to improve, 20 carries, 69 yards, and what proved to be the game-winning touchdown there at the end. I love what the Raiders did on defense, and I was very, very happy with this win. But Jimmy Garoppolo, man, I'm really concerned about this dude's inability to protect the ball. Okay, so Teshia, what made you most happy or the happiest about your team's performance on Sunday? And you can't say that they won.
No, I think probably what got me the most hyped up was Kelsey's touchdown. I mean, that was a pretty big, that's pretty big. A lot of emotion in it, a lot of passion in it. And yeah, we won, Willie. Jeez, what else? Like, what's new?
You said you couldn't say that.
I did say it.
No,
I'm going to get muted.
You're going to get booted. You're going to get the...
No, I like to see like, we're still so new in so many places, but like I think our range is getting better. I really, really do. Like, we're trying different things, different routes, different receivers, different all of it. I think it's gonna work. I think we're still learning, but I'm excited I think we're gonna find our rhythm.
No, you're not. Well, you probably will.
Thanks for the confidence boost.
It's because
coming from somebody that wore a Chiefs hat all last season.
Why are you bringing up old stuff? See, you didn't have to do that. You know what? Fine. Brian, what made you the happiest about your team?
Well, you know, even though they scored 20, I feel like the defense played extremely well. I mean, they almost held the Bills scoreless in the first half. You know, they gave them a touchdown right before it. But they held Buffalo to 29 total yards on the ground, and 14 of that was Josh Allen. So he was their leading rusher. I mean, that's insane, you know, just to hold any NFL team to that low of yardage on the ground. So I was very, very happy with that performance. Also with the O-line, when the O-line was able to create, you know, running lanes for Etienne to get those 2 touchdowns that he had when we needed them the most. So, yeah, that's what I was pleased with. Also, by the way, tell me how Travis Kelce gets better after an ankle sprain. Like, he looked better after the ankle sprain. I don't get it.
Yeah, I got some concerns about that. I think I need to make a call. Somebody needs.
Hey, I have it on good authority. He's going to be just fine.
I think somebody needs to be alerted in the league office, and you know, they
trust me. He gets tested regularly. This has already come up before.
Oh, okay. Well, so goes as the river flows. So goes the salmon. All right. So for me, what made me the happiest about this game is the fact that the defense and the defense. For a team that had forced only one turnover all season, you get 3 in one game. That is fantastic. And I didn't use nearly as many bad words in this game about defensive coordinator Patrick Graham, although they did keep panning to him. And when what I should say is when the Raiders gave up that one big play, and let me just give a shout out to Marcus Peters, because cornerback from the Raiders, what he did in horse tying or horse collaring the receiver from Green Bay, and I forgot who it was just that quick, that actually saved the touchdown. And by it saving a touchdown, we kept them out of the end zone. So all of the times that the Packers were in the red zone, we were able to turn them away all times except for once, which I thought was a marked improvement from what we've seen as Raider fans. And quiet as it's kept, outside the Buffalo Bills game, the Raiders defense has played, I won't say great, but they've played okay. And okay for a Raider defense, it's like the 85 Bears, if you know what I mean. All right. What's next? Any thoughts? Any comments any other comments about that?
About the Raiders or about what we just talked about?
About what we just talked about.
Okay. So, Brian, you said, how do you come back better? I can tell you how you come back better.
Oh, gosh.
Kelsey. How he comes back. Come on. It's Taylor Swift, dude. She's freaking
oh, my God.
She wasn't even there.
I know. Doesn't matter. She doesn't have to be.
She didn't want to go to Minnesota.
Yeah, who would? I'm sorry. I had to troll you guys on that one. I'm sorry.
But I thought we would be able to get through this freaking show without the mention of Taylor Swift.
You know, I had to bring it up.
She's not even cute. She's not cute at all.
She's like a superhuman, I guess, man. Check into
I don't
it.
know what she is, but I can tell you what she's not.
Hey.
Go ahead.
No, you say it first.
She's not cute.
Did you know that her cat, Olivia Benson, is worth 3 times the amount? It was worth 3 times what Kelsey's worth. Her cat's worth $94 million. This is not a joke. I'm being serious.
A fun fact. Fun fact Wednesday.
That is a fun fact. Verified fact.
That is 83 and a half seconds of my life that I will never be able to get back.
Willie, how's that make you feel that a cat is worth that much?
Anyway, injury bugged. That's enough time about, oh my God. Travis Kelce and his ankle injury. How is it that he was able to come back like that? And we don't look. This dude has had lower leg issues all year round. And for a while there, it looked like it may have been some sort of, I don't know, foot sprain or maybe even a fracture. Any concerns about this going forward, Teshia? Because he did not practice on Wednesday.
I mean, there's always concern.
He may have been limited.
What's that? Limited? Yeah.
Yeah, he may have been limited.
It was limited as far as I know. There's always concern. Of course, you want to rest something like that, especially, you know, after pulling Mahomes and going back out there and doing something great that you needed to do. I have a fine line between, are you injured or are you passionate? And sometimes being passionate can really affect an actual injury, whether it be shock in the moment. But I'm not super worried about this one. Don't even get me. I'm not even going to go there because we don't have time. Don't even get me started on turf and how it affects grip and all of that. I mean, because that is where I could stat you out and totally nerd you to death. I hate it. But other than that, like, no, I think it's going to be fine. I think hopefully just a little bit of rest. And he's just different. He's just built for this game. Football. He's built for football. So mind, emotion, body, soul. So hopefully he can just pull it together, put a Band-Aid on it, and I think he might be okay.
Well, he's definitely been listed, or he's officially listed as questionable for the Broncos game on Thursday like that.
They love to do that until 12 minutes before the flipping game after he's already suited up. And then you're like, oh, yay, he's there.
I mean,
So
but it's
that's
the Broncos. He should, as a matter of fact, they should rest him. They don't even need him against the Broncos.
I don't think, I think you might be right about that. Absolutely. Does it mean he doesn't want to play? No. He very sits on the sideline.
Team will suffer if he sits. He needs to go. All right. He needs to
go
give
ahead,
it
Brian.
a go.
Go ahead, Brian. Go ahead. Say it again.
I said he needs to give it a go. My fantasy team's going to get hurt. You know, it hurts if he sits. I can't have that.
You and a lot of other people. Not me, but a lot of people.
All joking aside, he probably should sit a week, though.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't hurt. You're right.
I mean, especially with the game being on Thursday, it would be different if it was on Monday. I definitely think that it would be beneficial to him and the team, of course. I mean, we saw what they played okay without him against Detroit. Right?
It's a little bit of they did. It's a little they did not. Shut up. It's a little bit of a difference of sorry, I just caught that.
They did.
They
really
if
did.
he will sit or not. What's that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They played okay without him.
Absolutely. I'm sure you just loved it. It's a little bit of a difference of will he set or not. Like, I mean, I know he really doesn't have the say, but I just think that competitiveness will, and I hope it, and that worries me too. Don't push it too far. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm. All right. Moving right along. I got a new game for you guys. It's called Buy or Sell. Buy or sell. And buying basically says we believe in the statements that I'm going to make. And then selling means that it is absolute, complete, total BS. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Brian, are you buying or selling that the Dallas Cowboys are a legitimate contender for the NFC Championship game?
Sell.
Teshia.
You're going to give him an easy one. Let's go.
I want you to answer the same question.
Oh, selling.
Mm-hmm.
That was easy. Like, didn't even have to think about it.
Yeah. Okay. Buy or sell. The Buffalo Bills will get their running game going by the time we start playing football in November. Buy or sell, Brian?
Sell.
Teshia?
Sell, because I hate them.
And not only that, this is what they do.
I know.
This is what they've been doing.
Still going to sell.
Okay.
Sell. You can have it. Take it.
Yeah, I'll sell that as well. All right, Brian, buy or sell? Okay, here we go. Buy or sell. The Miami Dolphins have the most dynamic offense that we've seen in the last 10 years.
Oh, in the last 10 years.
Is that only of the Dolphins?
No, that's
Or you
around
mean
the league.
all of the NFL?
Yes.
Man. You know what? This is for Raj. I'm sure he's listening, but I'm going to buy that.
Why? Is he a Dolphins fan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty big Dolphins fan, but I'm going to buy it. Hey, they've got the fastest people, the fastest guys on offense. They have a great offensive mind. I don't know. They look great on offense. We'll see if it
Have
pans
you
out.
met us?
Yeah. I guess I'm thinking roll tide. Roll tide. That's what Dwayne Sutton used to say. Anyway, Teshia, same question.
You can have it for free. I'm not even selling it.
Really?
In the last 10 years?
I mean, there's a lot of good Chiefs. There's a lot of good Chiefs offenses in there, but
Come
he's
on.
talking about dynamic. He's talking about dynamic, though. I mean,
like, as far as the Dolphins, like teams, like the actual team is concerned, probably get it. But overall, you can have it.
All right, buy or sell. Last one. The team that will finish with the best record that plays in New York will be the New York Jets. Brian, are you buying or selling that?
I'm buying it. Straight up.
Do you think Zach Wilson is going to be good enough to really have this team in contention for a playoff spot?
Buy. Oh, you say playoff spot?
Yeah.
No, I'll sell that. I don't think they make the playoffs, but I think they have a better record than the Giants.
Okay, Teshia, same questions for you.
No. Yeah. Yeah, sell, but I actually really super agree. I don't know why I want them to do well, but I just don't think it's going to go that well.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, the Giants, they're without Daniel Jones, and that might be a good thing.
Yeah, that's going to be a good thing for them.
But they're also without Saquon Barkley, which is a bad thing.
Right.
And I think whoever, I don't know if it was Brian Daboll or whoever it was that made the decision to give that dude the money instead of Saquon Barkley, that's a fireable offense, in my opinion. That is a fireable offense, in my opinion. All right, hashtag look ahead. Here we go. Broncos at Chiefs on Thursday night. This is going to be so easy. I think the real question for you, Teshia, is this. Over under on the amount of points that the Broncos will give up to the Chiefs in this game. I say 31.5. Over or under that amount?
That's close. Let's say, let's just blow it out. Let's go over. I was gonna say 1 million, but you didn't say that, so I'm like wondering if I'm gonna be able to stay awake during the game. So that's a problem for me.
No disrespect to all the Bronco fans out there, but oh well, said the snail as she slowly crawled away. All right, Brian, for you have the Indianapolis Colts without Anthony Richardson, who has a sprained AC joint and has been placed on IR just in time for Jonathan Taylor to come back. I think that's a real shame. But they got Mr. Mustache back there behind center, and he's proven that he can win some games. Wasn't he actually the quarterback of your Jaguars at one point?
He was. Yes, he was. Minshew Mania.
Yes, sir. The mustache. And so he knows that team. He knows the surroundings. He knows the venue. Do you have any concerns at all that Gardner Minshew can lead that team with Jonathan Taylor back in the backfield into that stadium and upset the Jaguars?
I mean, there's always a little concern. Of course, there's going to be a little concern.
I need to start rephrasing the question then. How much concern do you have?
All right. 25% concern. Because look, Gardner Minshew, the one thing he does have is a little swag about him. Mm-hmm. So if he gets on a roll, it's gonna be hard to stop him. But our defense is playing well. I mean, I know Jonathan Taylor didn't play week 1, but I mean, we held him to 65 yards rushing, and 40 of that was Anthony Richardson, who's not playing in this game. So, I mean, as long as we can contain Jonathan Taylor and the rest of that backfield, I don't see him beating us. But like I said, 25% concern.
I'm concerned about the injuries on the O-line.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that. Yeah, I didn't realize that the guard and of course Cam Robinson on the tackle on the left side were both injured in London. So that is a concern. I don't have any information as of right now whether or not they're playing. I'm sure Brian will be able to pass that along at some point. But that is a concern for me. And the fact that, you know, these revenge or redemption games, to me, they always seem to have a little bit of something extra when a player, especially a player that was let go in favor of somebody who they thought was better, comes back. And then now you have this issue of, let's get these fools. I think the same thing happened with Denver and Miami that we talked about a while back. So, all right. And then for the Raiders are home to the New England Patriots. And I just got done talking about this to myself, by myself, for myself, and with myself. I said you cannot have a game like that against the Green Bay Packers and then come back and lose to the New England Patriots at home. This absolutely cannot happen. Mac Jones has no athleticism whatsoever. They have no scary weapons on the outside. They can't protect him. If this is a game where our defense just for some reason goes to sleep, I'm telling you right now, this is what we're going to get. No, we're not going to get that. I'm not going to do it. But what I will say is this. Don't let it happen. Please don't let it happen.
Hey, I'm rooting for you. Let's go.
No,
you better say that.
I will say,
come on. If you're going to beat the Patriots, let's go.
Yeah, they're still America's hated team. Okay,
yeah, let's go
outside of the Cowboys, so I'm okay with that. And that team's awful. That Patriots team might be one of the worst Patriots teams Bill Belichick's ever had. It's
no,
bad.
I think so.
I mean, their defense is horrible. What's your star defensive end there at Oakland?
Crosby.
Las Vegas, Max Crosby. Yeah, that guy's gonna feast on Mac Jones. Like it's gonna be bad. It better be bad.
It better be bad. Not it's going to be. It better be, and it needs to be. Bill Belichick's teams have given up 78 points in the last 2 weeks, and they've scored 3.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That is 1.5 points per game. You can't even score. You can't even score a 1 point by itself in an NFL game. Oh my gosh.
Surely Jimmy G's got to want to beat the Patriots, right?
Josh McDaniels too.
And Josh McDaniels,
and Patrick Graham, and also David Ziegler, the GM. But here's the thing, though. This is the exact type of game. You guys got to remember, the Raiders and Josh McDaniels lost to an Indianapolis coach team with Jeff Saturday as the head coach, who has absolutely no experience coaching on any level. This is the reason why the Raiders are the narcotic that is the Raiders. All right. That's all I got. Y'all got anything else y'all want to talk about? We got to get out of here. Brian, go.
Yeah, I think we said pretty much all that we needed to say today. But yeah, it was a good weekend. Glad you guys were able to get a win, and the hat trick. I don't think it'll happen again this season. So
I think it's going to happen this weekend. What do you mean? It's going to happen in week 6.
I think so. Let's go.
You're right. It should. Based on who we all play, it should happen for sure. We got any comments?
We have no comments today.
No comments today. That's
I can't believe it. That you know what? You guys out there, you're disappointing me with no comments today, but that's okay. I got a Twitter poll question that we're going to throw up there on the Twitter after the show. Which team is more hated? Dallas Cowboys or New England Patriots?
Yeah, in their heyday. Like, I think a lot of people may not hate the Patriots right now because they just are terrible. They just suck. So, like, you have to say, like, all time, because back in, like, the early or in the 2000s when they were winning, everyone hated the Patriots. So, I feel like you have to phrase that a little differently because the Cowboys everyone hates outside of Dallas fans. All the
Fair
time.
enough. Teshia, any final thoughts?
The ratio is off on that. I mean, I think it's Patriots for sure, but I mean, Cowboys just a given.
We'll find out.
Final thoughts. I think we should go for week number 2 of all wins. Let's do it.
That's right.
I think we can.
Back to back.
We can do it. I think we can do it. Let's effing go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it done.
And whoever's team does not win in week 6, we're going to think of something special for one of us to do.
All right, I'm down.
Huh? No, I'm not betting. No more bet. No more. Nope.
We're doing a bet. If we're doing a bet, then Broncos country, let's ride.
Oh God. I mean, I would if they beat us, I deserve to have some shame. So whatever.
That's not gonna happen. I look, in order for that to happen, John Elway is gonna have to come down out of the seat and
What
put
about
on that
Manning?
old helmet
You
with the
just
D
leave him
as the
out.
logo, and he's gonna have to put on the pads and go out. That and then with that being said, that still wouldn't happen. All right, let's get out of here, y'all.
Love you guys. Peace.
I don't know what else to say. So what I will say is this: for Brian, for Teshia, this has been a Show Sho Nuff Divided with your boy Willie F.T. Jr. Hold it down. Y'all take care of each other. Y'all hug each other. Y'all love each other. We'll holler at y'all again real soon. Pray for Israel. Peace. We out.
Amen. Get that back in there. I like it. Peace.